Hey y'all, what's going on? It is Sean Breon, okay, the one and the only, Uh I've decided to do something different. I'm showing my face, okay? You know? Um but no, seriously, I want to thank y'all for whoever's been tuning in. If you also have subscribed to my channel, I thank you. If you've been liking, my videos or been commenting, all of it, I see you and I thank you. Um Now, this reading is going to be. I wanted to do a. At first, I wanted to do a pick. I wanted to do a pick a card, based off of what you are currently healing. I know I did that before, previously in one of my videos, but now I want to do. I'm just gonna do one entire video. Now, this is going to be an intuitive reading. Okay, so take what resonates, leave the rest behind. It's gonna be, pretty much general. So I'm reading for everybody now. Reading for everybody. So yeah. And I think like I'm just trying this out to show my face and stuff. Like I'm trying to get on live more. I know I did a live the other day, and just for the collective, based off of the what to expect for this month in September. But yeah, anyways, let's get into it. We're going to check out and see what is it that's currently going on that is needed to heal. No, let's see what you're where you are currently in your healing journey. And then we're going to check out, we're going to look at what needs to heal. Okay? Where you are. Where are you? Collective. Where's the collective in the healing journey? Where's the collective in the healing journey? I feel like a lot of you could be feeling unfulfilled during this time in your healing journey. I'm also seeing like there might be, I don't know, a lot of you may have resulted to like escapism tactics. This could look very different for everybody. This could look like smoking, this could look like drinking, this could look like partying or just hanging out with different people that don't really serve you, right? This could look like a lot of things. But I just see that there is, a lack of fulfillment within your healing, but it serves as like just escapism. And we also got the Two of Cups here, which talks about like self-love, disharmony, distrust, breakups, imbalance, tension, and broken communication. For this instance, you're out of bounds. Well, okay. Wait a minute. You've caused tension within your own self. You've caused tension where you ask for like direction, where you've asked for the different things and whatnot. Like there hasn't been enough like responsibility. you haven't taken enough responsibility into just wherever you are in your inner healing. Um, like you haven't forgiven the people that you needed to forgive for yourself. You haven't forgiven just yourself for even the betrayal or the distrust that you may have put yourself through, or even in terms of like relationships. You know, there's a lot of things that you haven't like checked in with self. You haven't checked in with self. Which brings us to this dissatisfaction, this lack of interest, where you put everything off, you cut everybody off. You come off as very distasteful at the moment with a lot of people. It's not going to be for everybody, but take what resonates again. And it's like, why do you do that? You know, people wonder, why do you do that? You may even be asking yourself, why do I do that? What is the root cause of me dismissing everyone else? And, you know, like again, it comes back to the inner healing that you need to do, right? But there's something that has like really stirred the pot. Like, what is this here? We got the Strength card in reverse. So a lot of you could come off as very self-righteous. A lot of you could act like there's nothing really wrong with you. You make it seem like there isn't, like life is just life and it is what it is, okay? And you don't give a damn, okay? It's time to get out of that, you know, because you only causing more. It's like you stirring the pot, like, and it's, I don't know if you mean to do this, but it comes off as like it is what it is. Like it's not going anywhere. Like, you know, this is just who I am. And I said this many times on Facebook where it's like, who was it? What did I say? It's like I feel like a lot of you are really just checked out. You're checked out emotionally, you're checked out spiritually, you're checked out. You're checked out. And it's time to get yourself reeled back. It's time to reel yourself back into you, okay? We're going to get some advice on this. But what did I say? I said it was something that I said in terms of no matter how painful something may be or whatever, and the grief, the sorrow, no matter what it is, you cannot get stuck into that. Because when you get stuck into that, you are basically saying that I give my power away. I am just going to, you know, I'm going to choose not to even want to grow, whether spiritually, internally, doing the internal work comes with healing. Comes with healing. And when you decide to not forgive, to not choose to go to be to go in peace and to find peace, and to not be bitter, to not be disheartening, to not be, you know, unempathetic, to be selfish, to not be selfish. Yeah. Internal healing. For real. I know I'm just kind of all over the place, but like I'm getting so many like messages with this. Which already tells me this reading is gonna be a lot. But I'm not gonna make this video long, okay? So we got the Judgment card. This is exactly what I was talking about, like forgiveness. This is forgiveness. Like you needed to forgive those people that may have. We're gonna get into it for real, because this is gonna be. All right, let's see. Okay. What does the collective need to heal? 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 Foundation. We got foundation. Protect or rebuild and strengthen. Blue candle, ancestral roots. So a lot of you need to, you need to be healing. You need to do some ancestral healing. A lot of you could be doing some ancestral healing. All right. What does ancestral healing look like? I will tell you. For one, you definitely want to ancestral healing. Ancestral healing is actually facing or dealing with the troubles and the trauma, the different challenges that your ancestors may have either struggled with or they really haven't like truly faced. So now it's like it's up to you, being a chosen one, being, you know, someone that has like a ancestral pattern with a certain behavior, with a certain lifestyle, with a certain within a certain mindset. Everything, it all comes back down to you. So I recommend, part of healing is acknowledging. Acknowledging is the very first thing. What is the things that you haven't been acknowledging? What are the things that trigger you? What are the things that have been hidden? And what you can do actually is light a blue candle and you can write down, I actively, how can you say it? I actively invite healing to, I actively invite healing into my life right now. You can just keep it simple. Let's just keep it simple. I actively invite healing into my life. I actively invite healing through my ancestor, from all of my ancestral wounds, my ancestor lineage. I invite healing into my life. Okay, let me see. What else? I'm gonna get back to my deck too, my personal deck. What else? Spirit, collectives, actively. We got poor diet. We got fish. Poor diet, eventually poor eating habits take a huge toll on your energy, awareness, and certain thing. So a lot of you could be like an emotional eater. You know, dealing with certain like emotions and things. So like you resort to different foods that you're not supposed to be eating, like junk food or candy or sweets or the sugars, just the sugars. So like it's a way for you to get your fix, right? It's a way for you to it's like it can also serve as an addiction as well too, okay? So it's like a certain craving for something is a call for like satisfaction within it's to bring you a certain satisfaction, you know, like if you really look at it, how we rely on sweets. Like, oh, I got a sweet tooth. Like, it's something to bring satisfaction, right? To satisfy you in that to satisfy that craving. That makes sense. But if you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? What else? Fish signifies abundance, financial, material, prosperity, more passive income. Clouds to signify confusion, uncertainty, self-delusion. So, oh yeah, definitely. I see you like the collective. You also need to heal this mindset when it comes to abundance and the way how, not even how you're supposed to have it, but just like you deserving of it. And remember, we had that strength card in reverse too that talks about like doubts and insecurities and self-worth. Let's see. Let's go back to my deck now. Let's see what else. Ooh. Now why that came out. Change your perspective. Period. Did I say it? Oh, wow. Why do we have this? We got sex magic. Use photos and videos for your own pleasure and control. Lure you back in. Okay, so we got clouds and we got sex magic, right? I feel that somebody could be also, it's like you are a lot of things. Okay, so I'm gonna say this too. Like, you could be a person that is trying to actively heal, but you could be also very moody. You could be very just like not feeling yourself. And this is also because somebody is doing some type of magic, okay? Some type of magic. It doesn't necessarily have to be sex magic, but it can also be some sense of like evil eye, sending evil eye. They could be doing some type of black magic, something to like really cause inner confusion, stir inner confusion within yourself, so you don't know who you are, where you're going, where you're headed, and also manipulate your choices as well, which goes with the poor dieting, right? Especially like my emotional eaters, especially if like you've been like trying to heal that, or trying to not do so much of emotional eating, just really just like trying to stop that, right? That behavior, that whatever it is, addiction. Yeah, but there's somebody that can be neglecting. Matter of fact, let's see. There's somebody that could be trying to influence you. Let me see. Let's get confirmation on this, because it could be you, and this could be something that you aren't, again, you're not knowledgeable of it, like you're not acknowledging it. Jealousy and envy. Okay, so this person, You could have like left this person in the past. You could have struggled to get away from this person. Okay, this person could have, literally have been like very just mentally abusive. They don't have to necessarily be physically abusive. They could be a narcissist. They could be, somebody you really just had to get the hell away from. And they're pissed about it. We got the priestess. So this is like you. This is you, and you actively listening to your intuition, right? When you knew it was time to go. When you knew that it was time for a change. When you knew that it was time to save yourself, or you end up drowning, just like whoever this person is too. And then just like that, we got ancestors at the back of the deck. Why? Because they warned you. They already told you. They already let you know what's going on. They already let you know what's tea. Okay. All right. So we're gonna get back to whoever this person is. But I'm not necessarily so focused on them. I'm more so focused on like the reading at hand, which is about like your internal healing. What are you healing? But I've seen where there's been some neglect. I've seen where there's been some where it's like you tried and you kind of dropped the ball. The evil eye played a part into it as well. Now let's see. Let's see what else needs to be healed during this time. I'm going to use this deck here. Oh, Lord, it's a lot of... I just feel this energy so much, y'all. And what inspired me to want to do this type of reading is I've been noticing that the millennials in particular, specifically, actually, that we are currently healing, because we had like you could have came from like a household where it's like, it could have just been in a position where like you're the oldest out of however many siblings. And that stuck with you as like responsibility, and you were always taught to be responsible and to be that one to like just be the leader of the pack, right? And all of the heavy burdens. And I feel like now in a sense where it's like we're healing that version of ourselves by doing the very things that we wanted to do. We wanted to always do when we were younger, when we were kids, or doing the very things that we did as kids. Like, so it's all in just like reconnecting back to that. And I also saw like this woman was talking about how, everyone like as an adult now, like where everyone acts like, oh, we need to be so serious, so an adult, da 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 da. And like we're literally kids at heart. Like we really, it's like that kid in you has not died. Everyone has that kid inside of them that has that little John, that little Bill, that little person that's inside of them, and they need to really connect with it, because I'm telling you, when you do, you're going to be saving yourself. You're saving yourself. When you connect with your inner child, you are saving yourself. Oh my God, I never forget. It was like I was watching Survival of the Thickest, and then the guys were having a conversation. The guy, well, the guy that is the friend of the main character, what's her name? Mavis, right? And he was having a conversation with his guy friends. He was like, I need to see a therapist. Like, I don't know what's going on with me. Da, 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 da. Y'all seeing a therapist? And the guys was like, yeah, we all seeing the therapist. Like, he was shocked, because it's like, how y'all seeing the therapist and we never shared this conversation, and it's just like, it's just something that they don't do, whatever, messed up, whatever. But One of the guys was like, yeah, man, did you know it's a little nigga inside of you? And I'm just like, oh my God. I was cracking up because he's talking about the inner child, right? But that I say all that to say, like, there's a little person inside of you that wants to be fed, that wants to be played with, that wants to be, you know, just felt with love, and just all of the things that we have like desired, or we have always wanted when we were like a child. Like, it is now is the best time to get that to your inner child, um and it can vary for like many people. It just, you just have to reconnect with it, reconnect with your inner child. um really sit down and with yourself and just like get nostalgic with it. Like, what did you used to do? What did you used to play? Like, even if you've had like a rough childhood, I'm sure a lot of us have. What are the things that that was prohibited? What were the things that was, you can't do such and such, whatever. Um, Whether it being like, not, it was because of like your gender or whatever it was. Like, get into it. Get into it. Feed your inner child, because they're waiting. They're waiting to be fed. Like, I'll never forget, I started listening to my inner child, and I'm just like, oh, I remember I used to love doing this. Like, let me. Sorry. Okay. We got pathway. What else the collective is healing. The collective. What else is the collective healing? What is the collective healing? I need to heal. Wait a minute. I don't get anything from this. What is the collective? Need to heal. What else does the collective need to heal? Sorry about these. I'm shuffling, y'all. I like going back to my old deck sometimes. And healing. Oh my goodness. Y'all. Page of Cups. Inner child. Damn. 4 of Wands. This is wild. Okay, we're going to take it. So, I'm going to pull one more card, though. I'm going to pull one more card. What is the collective need to heal currently? This collective need to heal. And then we got the Knight of Wands. So we got the page. Okay, so we got the Page of Cups, we got the 4 of Wands, and then we got the Nine of Wands. All right. So what I feel the collective is definitely needs to heal is their inner child. Just like I said, we got the Page of Cups. Page of Cups represents a child. Okay, a child. The 4 of Wands represents the home. All right, and the 9 of Wands in this moment it goes with what does this go with? This goes with the courage. The courage to give yourself give your inner child what it's always been wanting, what it's been needing. Whether that's being loved, whether that's being seen, whether that's, being creative, having that creative spark again, Again, it can vary. It can really vary. I feel like a lot of you, though, were really misunderstood when like you were a child or when you were younger, and you were always like limited or just like restricted from doing certain things. Okay, whether this could have been like gender, whether it's like gender, whether it's like you could have, it could have involved like being, whatever. Like say like you paint your nails, whatever. You wanted to paint your nails. You were curious about that, like as a child, and you wanted to do that, and then you were told, oh no, that's for girls only, and that's what I mean about whether it was specifically for genders. But yeah, you were curious, and as a child, it's natural to feel curious, to be curious about different things. And as a child, you can be open to different stuff, but of course when you have parents that are that are conservative, or that are, you know that can come off as a little embarrassed if you are into something that you're not supposed to be into, right? Just a lot of things that deals with like restriction and being limited to certain things. I'm seeing a lot here that deals with that. Yeah. And a lot of them could have been like, it's only because a lot of them it could have been like the type of parent you may have had, like they wanted to make sure that they were in control. And they, if they knew they had control over you, then they knew that they wouldn't be walked all over. They knew they wouldn't be embarrassed. They knew they wouldn't, whatever. Granted, they did the best they could, right? So you can't always blame them for everything. They did the best they could, you know? Everyone's situation is different, so only take what resonates. Let's see, what else though? I feel like a lot of you just wanted to just be. Y'all wanted to just be. And I think as you got a little older, frustration just took over, where it's like you've had many disputes with your parents or your loved ones and stuff. And you reached like a breaking point. And a lot of you may have been suffering in silence too when you were younger. You didn't really have anybody to like really, kind of watch over you, or someone to actually like encourage you or motivate you, or just having like a close knit relationship with somebody within a family. This could be like a family member, or even just like a good friend, somebody to really talk to and confide into. So it's kind of like left you out, and it created like some type of like abandonment wound. Abandonment wound was like this is real. This is an abandonment wound that you have gotten comfortable with, and an abandonment wound where it's just like isolation, solitude. You're like, hey, it works for me. That's fine. You know, you've gotten comfortable in that. Let's let's do my deck. Let's see what else. I feel like I'm talking about a lot of like the childhood trauma now. But you know, that I feel like this is definitely played a part for a lot of you, some type of way, some type of capacity. This intuition, third eye. Oh, spirit. It needs to be healing. It needs to be healing. I wear my bandages like a badge of honor. The wounded healer. I see your pain and trauma that runs deep. I've been here before. Let me help you. Okay, so we got the third eye. Indigo light blue intuition, candle, clarity, insight, psychic gifts. Psalms 23. I see beyond what is presented. I wear my bandages like a badge of honor. The wounded healer, okay? I see your pain and trauma that runs deep. I've been here before. Let me help you. So I feel like a lot of you could be, you know, very psychic, very intuitive, very, you know, truth telling, and you already know what's up because you trust within your intuition. But there is something to where it's like you need to learn how to how to separate yourself a bit from like whether the pain, the trauma, separate yourself from just all of that because that's not you, right? That's not, it didn't build you to be just this person. Like you wear all of this stuff with just like, well, honor. Like you don't have to rise above it. Like you don't have to prove that you're better than it, you know, whatever this hurt, this wound, these wounds are, whatever it is. There's a need for you to actually just learn, actually just to move forward from it, you know, move forward from it. And when I say move forward from it, is actually really deeply acknowledging it and gaining some insight or just awareness from it. You know, that is true healing, right? And we're constantly in the state of healing, so we're not going to always have it figured out. We're not going to always like just have it, oh, well, I'm just healed and then that's it. Like, because you're going to be triggered. It's going to constantly come up, some shape or form and fashion. It's going to come up. And it's just really how you go about it, how you choose to go about it daily. And again, you don't have to choose to wear these. You don't have to wear these. You can put down your armor. You can put down your armor. You can put down what's heavy. You can put down the weight. You ain't gotta carry it. You don't gotta carry it. The wounded healer. I see your pain and trauma that runs deep. I've been here before. Let me help you. I'm going to take this one. Because, yeah, I get it. All right. Now we're going to get into, we're going to see these people now that have been trying to stop you from progressing from your healing journey here. And then we're going to wrap this up. Let's see, who are these people? Let's see, who are these people? Let's see. I'm going to do this one. And then we're going to see what's their advice. Let's see, what's their advice? Who are these people that's trying to, this is an evil eye, negative, Send negative intentions to the collective. Who are these people? Who are these people? Who are these people? Yeah, they definitely from the past. They definitely from the past. They definitely from the past. And they already, because they know you already working on yourself. This is self-progression. Right. And you know what, y'all? The gag is that whatever these people try to do, whatever it is they try to do, whatever they try to put on your name, they could never get to where you already are. They couldn't do it. They couldn't do it. They couldn't do it. Why? Because they're already too cowardly to do anything. They're too cowardly to do anything for themselves. However, it's crazy as it is, they'll try to send negative, evil eye and everything, send your way. But I'm going to tell you this. God got something for them. We got courthouse. Look at this. Courthouse. This is spiritual courtship. Spiritual courthouse. Okay? So they will be dealt with accordingly. Let's see. It don't matter how far they go with it. Whatever intention. He said, I will make your enemies your footstool. Get into it. Ice Queen. Yeah. Right. That's the King of Swords energy. King of Swords energy. Oh, yeah. Definitely being dealt with. Definitely being dealt with. Or reprimanded. Sweetheart reverse. Yeah. Especially the real fake ones. The ones that's really been smiling in your face and acting like, everything is all gravy and whatnot. And ha, kiki and whatever. And like you see what it is. You're not confused. There is no illusion. You see it for what it is. You trust your intuition. You already know. You already know. You already know. Else? We're going to get 2 more cards and then we're going to get some advice. I don't even think we really need it. Y'all need any advice, to be honest. Ooh, not the love offer. What's going on with this? There's some clarity on this, please. Let me see. Some clarity. What's the clarity on this? What's the clarity on this? Oh. Okay. So a lot of you, it could be somebody from the past. Maybe this is an ex. Maybe this is an ex-lover, whatever. A previous relationship. You got a love offer that may come in. We got the karmic masculine, but it's in reverse. So this tells me that this could actually be somebody that is, the intentions is right. And it's not necessarily a karmic. Somebody that you've been tied to before, where it's like there was a lesson that had to be learned. We're talking about karmic. We got Earth Angel, Unbothered, and we got Faith at the back of the deck. All right, so next, let's see what's the advice for the collective, because granted, we did get the advice, but I just want to see more in the ancestor deck here. But yeah, don't worry about the enemies now. Just continue working on your healing. Continue working on your healing. I'm telling you, you're gonna get somewhere working on your healing journey. Showing up in your healing. There's a lot of cards. I could probably change up my shuffling. What's the advice here for the collective? That's on there. The ones that's on the healing journey, still doing the healing work. What's the advice, Spirit? What's the advice? What's coming? What's the advice? Ooh. Ooh. Controlling. Man. Okay. All right, y'all. So we got seasons, we got controlling, and we got garden. All right. So seasons. There is a time to plant and seed. Allow the season to run and transition into a new. Everything works in cycles. Things can only work as fast as nature allows it to. Cycles. Controlling sounds like a power struggle, obsession, impulsion, and controlling tendencies are currently driving you or another. Remember, you cannot force a hand or result struggle. Garden. This signifies social gathering, community, public place spaces, upcoming events, get together, date, birthday, baby shower, errand. I feel like you all are in a season where you are, trying to make certain things happen. Of course, like again, internal healing, doing the work is where it's is really at, and that's the way. How else are you going to manifest or create the life that you want? You have to go through that. I'm sorry, but you do, especially for a chosen one. But that's not the year there. Anyways, controlling. I feel like too, you could be somebody that tries to like manipulate or outdo a situation or just trying to do things the way how they should go. Very much Capricorn energy, right? Um, but sometimes it's just best to let things be, okay? The person wants to try to lure you back into their life, or they may be hating outside the club, but they can't get in. Whatever the case. Just let them be. Just let them be. It's not even worth it. Just let them be. Garden. This signifies social gathering, community, or public spaces. I don't know. I would say with this garden card, I don't know. I feel like this could go two ways. I feel like you are either being prepared to be in certain spaces, so like being having a seat at the table, different tables, this could just that's I'm using that literally as just like a spiritual thing, but also it can be physical as well too. All right, you know what you're trying to do. And then at the back of the deck, we got not your friend. So this is very interesting. This really comes with exactly what I was saying about controlling the situation when it comes to whoever these past people that may be feeling some way, about you. Yeah, enemy disguised as a friend. Be mindful of who you call your friends or associates. And oh, yeah. They're gonna be calling you up, inviting you to go this place and that place. I advise you, it ain't worth picking up that phone. It ain't worth responding. It ain't worth responding because all they want to do is it's a check-in. It's a check-in to see, really just being nosy and to see what else can they throw negatively your way. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. And you wonder why. I'm not going to talk about all of that. But I'm just going to leave it at that, where it's at right now. If I hope you enjoyed this reading, please, if you really did, give me a like, share, subscribe. If you like my content, if you like this video. And yeah, just let me know if it really resonated with you. And I hope y'all enjoyed this, me showing my face. And also get at me at Patreon, on Patreon too. I'll put my link in the in the comment section, of course, like I've been doing. I've been trying to, be consistent with that. But yeah, I'm gonna leave that there. And also, if you want to book a reading with me, you have to email me at seanbreon@gmail.com. Okay, I do career readings, I do love readings, I do spiritual advice readings. Okay, let me know in the subject which one you want. Also, my Cash App, SeanB9000. Each one is $25. Okay, in the 4 box on the Cash App, put your name. Okay, and you can send in the email your question. Yeah, and also get at me at Facebook as well. It's going down, at Sean Breon. And I am out.